Hello everyone, I'm Ben Jammer from Jammer Studios. I hope you all have a good day. Today in this video, we're hopefully, actually the last one, hopefully, we have 3 things to do today before we can debug the system. First, I want to make sure we check up on our signal manager. I also want to make sure that we check up on our player inventory, and then we create an item drop scene. And then we're going to go through all the scripts, making sure that everything is clear and cut. Then I will run it and debug the system from there. That will hopefully consist of one video if we get through this. So let's just get right into it. If you like today's video, please like it down below. If you like the content that I post, please subscribe. If you have any comments, suggestions, concerns, any of that matter, then please don't be afraid. Comment down below in the comment section. Let's just get right into this. So we already made a signal manager right here. I guess I didn't see it in the past because in the past videos I did say we need to work on it. But I opened it up here and it looks like we do not need to work on it, as these are the only signals that we really even need. So that makes the signal manager good. Then we go to the player inventory. I did change the slot class, so make sure that this is set right, and the item as well. There will be 20 slots in our inventory, and we can set the inventory right here where we want. For add item, we need to uncomment all of these for this to work. If we scroll down, player inventory is now looking good. UI, pretty sure, slots, pretty sure, player, I'm pretty sure looks good, JSON. The item drop scene. Now we're moving on to the item drop scene. Now, for the script here, let's just see if there's anything commented. Velocity move and slide. We make sure that that is uncommented so that our item can actually move around. Okay, that looks good. Now, just to check, do we have an item drop scene? We actually do not have an item drop scene. We're going to want to make sure we do that. So this is looking good on this part. So the item drop script is good. We just now need to make a scene for it. So let's hit this plus button up top and create a kinematic body 2D. I guess it's going to make me type this one out. We're going to name this item drop. There we go. Now let's add in a sprite. This guy, we're going to make it be the apple. So item icons, drag the apple into the texture, and there we go. So now let's save the scene item drop scene, boom, now we're saved. Now we need, so it's saying up here I have a warning, and now they create a collision shape 2D, and make this one a circle. And that's a good size right there. So we're going to save that as is. Now we want to connect to this script with the item drop, and come in here, make sure. Now I believe we do have a timer, yes, so we need to make a child node timer. Okay, I gotta type this one out. Timer. There we go. I believe it's just called timer. Yep, just called timer. So now we have that, which we need to connect the timeout signal to the item drop, so that this function right here on timer timeout actually works. We do also want to animate the item drop as well. So we want to go to the 2D, and we want this to just basically bounce up and down all on its own. And we want to play this when we're actually not holding the item, when it's on the ground not being picked up. We want to play this little animation of it just bouncing back and forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves an animation layer, So then for our animation, we're going to go animation new. We're going to call this float. For this, we're then going to go into our sprite inspector and keyframe the position that it is at. So which is 0, 0. We are going to keyframe that, create. Then at 0.5, we're going to have this go maybe 0.5. No, it's just 0.5. Negative 0.5. No, maybe negative 1. Yeah, alright. I think maybe negative 1 will do. So let's keyframe this, and it will just basically bounce up and down. But once we get that, we want to make sure we reset it because it did not go down. A keyframe on 1, the same keyframe that is on 0. So you can see that it bounces up and down, and it's going to be looping. So we can save this, come in here, and check to see that if we do have it and we are playing it. Where would it be? Okay, so I know why we can't see it in the script. We need to go to animation player, go to playback options. No, sorry. Forget about that. Go to animation player, come down to your animation, and you want to make sure that the animation selected is the one you want to auto load on start. So, or auto play on load, which will mean it'll auto play on start. So you want to hit this little button that says, this little arrow that has an A in it. You want to hit that, and this will automatically play at the beginning. And you want to just save that right there. And with that, that should be everything for the system, for the inventory system. So now let's just play it and see what debugging we need to do. So we have our little guy, he's moving around. I don't really care about the sprite flipping back and forth. As of right now, it's not that big of a deal. And let's try and just open up our own inventory. We hit this, and it doesn't seem like our inventory is being displayed, so we need to actually go into the code and fix this. Alright, so let's come over here and check our debugger and our errors. And we notice right here it says that the signal manager cannot be imported. That one pretty much stands out, and so does the player inventory right there. So I think what we could try and check is the auto load situation. We have player inventory, signal manager, JSON, data. Okay, now I don't think these are actually in their spots. I don't think this is in res. I think it's actually somewhere else. Yes, it is right here. Okay, so that's why it's not auto loading. We need to I don't know what that just did, but okay. We want to delete that JSON data. Is that in just JSON? Yes, it is. Okay. So then we want to go to project, and we want to auto load. So we want to do the path here, and the path is going to be the first one, which is going to be the player inventory. We want to just name it player inventory. So let's just add. Boom. Next one, we want to create the signal manager and call it the signal manager and add. We close this, and this will be our second test right here. Open it up. Okay, and now let's try and open our player inventory, and it still does not appear anything. So let's again come check down this debugger. I thought that would fix most of it. Oh, here we go. Cannot remove child node item, as it is not a child of this node. Put into slot. Okay. So if we get this error, all we can do is we can just do item in and node dot get children dot size is greater than 0, which means that there's actually something in its hand. We want to remove it. and then set its position, add it as a child, and item. Refresh. Oh, forgot to do if. And there we go. Refresh that and save it. And now let's try and run this again. And it's still not working, and we are no longer getting debuggers. So that means the system is working, but it's not working correctly. So we must go through and work out the system. So let's start where we hit the first button, E, and that would be in the UI. So here, we just want to basically try and flip the inventory. I see that I'm actually not passing through something. I am missing something. I need to go to inventory dot where is it? Where's the inventory? Oh, here we go. This is not doing anything. See, this is why we should come back. Alright, so in the inventory, we now need to crack all of those out, and we need to initialize the inventory in the UI script. Here, yeah, I knew I was going to do that. Alright, delete that. We need to go back to the inventory, Control C, go to chest, open chest here, okay. Yep, send to the signal manager. Now I'm just going through and making sure that everything has been uncommented. That needs to be uncommented because everything now is working. Oh, should be working. Drop item. Boom. I think we already went through the script. Yep. Good. I think this is good. Yeah. That's good. That's good. This is good. And now Control V. This is good. So save that. And this is just going to initialize the inventory so that it should now appear. And there we are. We now have our inventory actually appearing. It has the items displayed here. Now let's see if we can interact. We cannot interact with it right now. Can we? Oh, excuse me there, guys. Can we at least open this chest up? We cannot. All right. So it seems like this system is very buggy right now. I should check. Yeah. So I did, however, forget to do one thing, and that is on the player script, and that is for the chests. Now, I will do that later in this video, hopefully, but right now I'm going to just try and get the actual system working. Then we'll move on to the chests. Because right now, you can't move around the items. And we need to. We need to be able to move around the items. I believe... actually... Hold on. So hello everyone, welcome back. All I did was I just went through the scripts and made sure that the functions were all right. If there was any pass in the function, I would take it out. If there was a comment that needed to be uncommented, I would just uncomment it. I did not do anything else, but I think I know, I at least know in the player inventory script, or sorry, the player script, that there does need to be more for the chests, and I think maybe that might have an issue with it. So let's go ahead and hop in and create that right now for the chests. And here we are with the chests. We now have on chests in range, so this will update the actual list of chests in the player script. This will update it or clear it depending on what has happened. This is to update the distance in, I think, yeah, in the same script. This is, or not, it's not the same script, the same list, which now becomes an array at this point, where it has the chest and then the distance in the X and Y direction. This is where it holds that information. And then when we actually do want to open the chest, it will play this and go through the array and actually make sure we have a minimum value. Now up here, or sorry, make sure that we open a chest up which is the closest chest. And up here, usually you don't hard code the minimum or maximum value of an array, but since the array, actually since the distance of these will never be above 100, I've chosen 100 to be the number as the minimum question, like, air quotes. So we're going to save this right here, and we're going to run it and see if anything changes. It should change, and it hopefully should. So, I forgot the arrow keys. We hit E. Okay, it looks like the chest did not come up, which is unfortunate. Let's see if we can. We cannot still. Okay, so that was not it. Let's go into our player script here. Did I actually create? Pretty sure I did do the collisions. Did I? Yes, it looks like I did. So chest. Looking for chest. So then let's just make sure these guys are chest, chest, and chest. Okay. So let's go to ChestZone, and if a body entered, print body.get name. Okay. I see, because it is not a body. Ah, I see, wait, isn't this a static body? It's a static body 2D. But it's not reading it, though, that's the problem. Alright, I will be right back with the solution. So I may have found out the problem after many problems and errors. I did notice that the player is not looking towards anything, and he might want to, so that we can actually run into the environment and chests and things like that. I did also see that the chest zone doesn't even have signals connected to it, so we need to go over here, go to body entered, and connect it up with the chest, with itself. Oh, nope, this is not the function we need. This is the function we want. Control C that, and then we want to disconnect body entered to itself, and then Control V, connect. There we go. We want to do the same thing for the body exited function. So body exited, Control V, and connect. Oh. Wait. That's the player. Don't want to do that. So connect it to the chest zone, Control V, and connect. And then there we go. So now that those are connected, we want to play. And there you go. You see chest now is down the bottom left. That means that the print actually worked. And you can see that we are below the chest. I believe that if I move myself down on the world hierarchy, that I will then be in front. If not, I do know another solution that will guarantee to work, and they're a lot more fun and kind of easy to use. So let's hit E, and it does not pop up, so we have also done something wrong. Then, so let's go back into the script and see if we go to main, create pull chest up here. Will I spawn in front of it? Yes, I will. Okay. Okay, so that's how it works. The higher it is, the further back it's going to be when actually showing up in the view. Unfortunately, I don't really think we're going to be ending this series. I mean, on this video, which is kind of unfortunate, but I got a lot of debugging to do. I didn't realize there was going to be this much debugging, and it's very, very sad to see that there is this much. Oh yeah, with that. Okay, hand. Yeah, it's just kind of disappointing that it's like this. But I will get back to you guys in the future with another debugging video where I just record myself debugging this and going over with you guys so that this will work, which is our last step, just debugging it. And I'll get it over to GitHub as soon as I can, and as soon as I also know how to, I will. And with that, this has been Ben Jammer from Jammer Studios. I hope you all have a good day. Goodbye.